This video is for sane people only. If you have an instability and are likely to do one of these sports, we suggest you try one of our tamer videos. Having an active lifestyle has been proven to help you live longer, unless you choose the wrong activity. These are the most deadly sports people enjoy every day around the world, and every day, someone loses. Our thanks to rulesofsport.com. We're counting these sports in reverse from number 1 because the most likely sports to kill you are also the most obvious. You should hang around, though, for the surprisingly deadly activities that seem harmless. Now, at number 1, base jumping, where you jump off a tall building, antenna, span like a bridge, or earth, as in cliff. This is obviously dangerous and enjoyed only by the most serious adrenaline junkies. It's also illegal all over the world, which probably adds to the thrill. With over 43 deaths per 100,000 population, the odds of dying while base jumping are about 1 in 2,300. Next is a popular activity that 85% of all Americans claim to be able to do, but the actual figures suggest the real number is about half, and that is swimming. According to the Pool and Hot Tub Alliance, there are close to 11 million swimming pools in the U.S., and about 97% are privately owned. At residences, drowning is a leading cause of death among the very young and older parts of our population. The odds of dying while swimming are 1 in 56,500. Next up is cycling, the good old bicycle. Now, it's pretty obvious riding a bike in an unsafe place like highways is a bad idea. You are 17 times more likely to be killed on a bike than in a car. The odds of dying while cycling, 1 in 92,325. We all know being fit is a great way to live to be old. Like running. Now that's healthy. Running is probably the most accessible sport because all you really need is your feet. But it's also one of the top 5 killers. Sadly, a lot of people take up running later in life as a way to extend their lifespan, and it kills them. Heart attacks while running are not as rare as you might believe. A little over 1 person per 100,000 will die while running. That's about 1 in 97,455. Now, here's another sport most of us are smart enough to avoid. But that doesn't mean skydivers are dumb, just brave, adventurous, and sometimes reckless and a little crazy. Faulty equipment is often the reason for death, but heart attacks and strokes are not unheard of. Your odds of dying while skydiving are 1 in 101,000. Hey, how about a quick ride on a bull? The quickest and possibly deadliest 8 seconds in sports. Simply hanging on for dear life can cause yours to end. You could be thrown off and trampled. Your spur could get caught on a rope dragging you up under the beast. Or it may just be too much for your ticker. Odds are difficult to calculate for bull riding, but at least 21 professional riders have died since 1989. Maybe getting some fresh mountain air will help you live longer. Hey, but be careful. Close to 150 people are involved in climbing accidents every year in the U.S. and Canada. There are about 300,000 active climbers. The main causes of death on a mountain include falling, which is something we advise against. Next would be equipment failure, and then loose rocks falling. Bad weather, inadequate preparation, and finally, the old ticker again, heart attacks are a major cause. It is hard to calculate the odds, but for mountaineering, it's someplace around 1 in 12,500. Boxing is a very popular way to blow off steam these days and get some aggression out in a harmless way, except it may not be as safe as you think. Since 1890, over 1,600 boxers have died as a result of injuries sustained in the ring. Doing the math, your odds of dying in the boxing ring are about 1 in 7,700, unless you're facing Mike Tyson. And finally, how about a quick scrimmage? Football is one of America's top sports, and it can be violent. For some reason, exact stats are hard to come by, but the University of North Carolina estimates there are approximately 2 deaths in high school and junior high players every year, and the odds of dying are about 1 in 37,453. Hey, but the other football, known as soccer, that's got to be a lot safer, right? Not necessarily. The difference, I think, here is in the age of the players. On average, a soccer player retires 12 years after an American footballer would, and as a result, according to the FIFA Sudden Death Registry, between 2014 and 2018, there were 617 cases of sudden death while playing or shortly afterwards. This averages to about 123 player deaths per year. The leading cause of sudden death in players over 35 was related to the heart. So there you go. Now that's not all the most dangerous sports, of course, because active sports are always going to be dangerous, but not nearly as dangerous as lifting. Lifting the TV remote control. Inactivity, just sitting around and not doing much of anything, is deadly. Every year, according to the CDC, 8.3% of all deaths in the U.S. can be attributed to inadequate levels of physical activity. That means your odds of dying from doing nothing are about 1 in 12,000. So get out there and be active. Maybe take up golf. Oh, wait a minute. According to our research, 2,000 people die every year while playing golf. This includes lightning strikes and fatal heart attacks. Or maybe we should take up marbles.